Hey, Shalom, Akim, this is Yabatazah. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Wahabrakak Wadash, Barakatam Akim. All right, I just want to go into a real quick lesson regarding not worrying about anybody other, no one else's works but your own. All right, and not just focusing on what the Most High has given you to do. All right, now if you're within a camp and you got certain brothers under you that you're obligated to check up on, then you have to observe that and take heed to that. But in a nutshell, man, you need to just do the work. You know what I'm saying? You need to just maintain and worry about yourself as far as you doing what you're obligated to do, instead of telling another man what to do and you're not even doing it. Just basically letting your actions speak. You know what I'm saying? So I want to just do that in John chapter 21 and verse 14. This is now the third time that Yahushua showed himself to his disciples after that he was risen from the dead. So when they had dined, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my lambs. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, Feed my sheep. Okay, so Yahushua, of course, it's self-explanatory. Yahushua is basically telling Simon Peter to feed his sheep. Simon Peter was heavily being attacked by Satan, and he was always trying to attempt to sift Peter from serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, so Yahushua, knew this. So he was basically just testing his spirit, building him up and keeping his mind focused on doing exactly what Yahushua said, feed my sheep, instead of, just honoring the Lord with your lips and your heart is far from him. You know what I'm saying? You got to you have to love thy power with all thy heart, mind, strength, and soul. And not only that, you have to have action. Okay, you have to have action in doing that. Okay, to attempt to feed Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's elect, which are likened unto as to sheep. Okay, it says, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, when thou was young, thou girdest thyself, and walkest whither thou wouldest. Right? So Peter did whatever he wanted when he was young. He did, he went hither, that, here and there, and did whatever it was that he had to do. But when thou shalt be old, thou shalt stretch forth thy hands, and another shall gird thee, and carry thee whither thou wouldest not. This spake he, signifying by what death he should glorify the Most High. And when he had spoken this, he saith unto him, Follow me. Okay, basically, when you look at it, Peter, I don't want to put things like out there in the air like that, but in a sense, it almost like Peter was basically he did what he wanted to do. Okay, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua requires action. All right, he's the man of action, and he weighs in the balance actions. Okay, so he told him, okay, yeah, you're gonna be doing everything that you want, but when you come to serve me, there's an obligation that you have to fulfill. Okay, so even carrying your cross, there's an obligation, and it isn't in there. That's why we tell brothers there's gonna be certain brothers that are gonna be martyrs. They're gonna have to die on this side, and because of that because that's just part of the contract for certain brothers, right? So he told Peter, basically he prophesied unto him, telling him that this is what they're gonna take you. They're gonna kill you in your old age. And it says, but listen to what he said at verse 19 again. He says, And when he had spoken this, he said unto him, Follow me. Okay. And then it goes on to say, then Peter, turning about, seeth the disciple whom Yahushua loved following, which also leaned on his breast at supper, and said, Lord, which is he that betrayeth thee? Which is Peter is worried about John. Okay. And it says, verse 21, Peter seeing him saith to Yahushua, Lord, and what shall this man do? You know, so Peter is worrying about another man, you know. So you're not supposed to be worrying about another man, you know, being a busybody or, you know, telling a brother what to do when you ain't even doing nothing. Just do the work, you know. And let the men that have that role do perform that role as telling another man what he ought to do. Okay? So basically, you know, we all have to just not maintain, but focus on what we're doing and make sure that what we're doing is to the best of our ability, you know, fulfilling that spectrum of being a man of the Lord. Okay? So it said in verse 22, Yahushua saith unto him, if I will that he tarry till I come, what is it to thee? Follow thou me. So what is it to you? You know what I'm saying? You're worrying about other men. You're worrying about what this brother does, what that brother does. You know? Just do the work instead of being a busybody. You know, getting in everybody's affairs and different, you know, things of that nature. You know? Just do the work. Teach, or, you know, break scriptures down, go into words, go into different, you know, history, you know what I'm saying, different origins of different things, man. There's, you know, the RFID chip, you know, the image of Yahweh Bashmiah Washai, the true image of Yahweh Shai, you know, go into the Paleo Hebrew, you know what I'm saying. So this is just an example of basically just minding your own business and just do the work, you know. There's a lot of bodies out there. There's 7.7 billion people according to Esau survey. You know, a census is that's how many people are on the earth. You know, and we have to get the elect sealed. The elect is waiting to be sealed, and the end is gonna come. You know, so you have to push this word instead of worrying about nonsense. If a brother wants to slack, you know, you rebuke him once or twice and that's it. And you move on. You keep doing the work. You know, you exhort him, you admonish him, correct him, rebuke him, whatever. And then you just go on and do the work, man. That's all you can really do. You can't force another brother to do what, you know, you have to do. You know? It says, then went this saying abroad among the... Well, that's it on there. That was the point in verse 22. Yahushua said unto him, if I will that he tarry till I come, what is it to thee? Follow thou me. You know, just what does it matter if I said John was gonna live forever to the point I was gonna come? What is it to you? Just follow me. You do what I've given you to do to fulfill. You just fulfill it. Do it. You know. Don't worry about another man's lot. Now, I'm not saying that we can't correct brothers and admonish and rebuke. I'm not saying that, but it's just part of the whole thing that's going on, you know, with certain camps, certain brothers, you know, and you just got to maintain yourself, man, you know, seek out their own salvation with fear and trembling. Sometimes, man, you know, it's just better to let the Lord let him do the work. The Most High is going to work a work that you can't negate, you know what I'm saying, or disannul. Is this going to happen? You know what I'm saying? This is 2 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. It says, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them that love his appearing. Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me. Salaki, verse 8. You know, that was a point. It says, and not to me only, but unto all them that love his appearing. Okay? Because they're going to be fighting that good fight of faith, man. You know? Let's see. Let me bring that one up. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6. Verse 11. But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. Okay? So you just do the work, like Paul said, like Paul, all the apostles, you know what I'm saying? But this one example, you had that. Okay? See. This is in the same chapter I was just in, 2 Timothy's, and verse 7, where I read, I have fought a good fight, have finished my course, I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. And not to me only, but unto all them that also love his appearing. Those ones that were being preoccupied in prophecy, meditating upon prophecy, actually doing the work. It says, for Demas hath forsaken me, having loved this present world, and is departed unto Thessalonica, Crescens to Galatia, Titus unto Dalmatia. Only Luke is with me. Take Mark and bring him with thee, for he is profitable to me for the ministry. And Tychicus have I sent to Ephesus. The cloak that I left at Troas and Carpus, when thou comest, bring with thee, and the books, but especially the parchments. Alexander the coppersmith did me much evil, and the Lord reward him according to his works, of whom be thou aware also, for he hath greatly withstood our words. At my first answer, no man stood with me, but all men forsook me. I pray the Most High that it may not be laid to their charge. Notwithstanding, the Lord stood with me and strengthened me, that by me the preaching might be fully known, and that all the Gentiles might hear, and I was delivered out of the